Good afternoon, traders. This is the Trading Bulls Trading the Chart coming to you live on a Sunday afternoon. Today is June 7th, about 3 p.m. Central Standard Time here. Just preparing some charts and doing some looking around for some trades. This coming Monday, tomorrow morning is going to be an exciting morning. Here I'm looking at Boeing. Basically, I took some put option when Boeing was basically up here about 217.16, somewhere around there. And here's a chart that I'm looking at. This is a 1 hour chart. And so basically what I'm looking for is, here's a channel here. You see these black lines right here? Upper channel, middle, and the lower channel. Obviously, if you look at key moving averages here, here's a 20, all right? And basically here, the 20 crosses the 200. And if you look, the 20 is on an uptrend, okay? Nice uptrend. Couple of things I'm looking at, all right? Here's a couple of warning right here, all right? Here, here, and here, saying that basically there's a strong probability that the stock is going to go down. Right, here's another warning here. This little red and then yellow here. This is the cloud on my special indicator here. And so also here's the cloud, okay, on the upper level, okay, which pretty much indicate that, you know, when the cloud here is way above these candle, they're bound to be a correction. So there's going to be a pullback, right? And so as you can see, it rallied from here all the way up here, okay, and the cloud here is way above the candle. Also, the candles a little too far from the 20 and the 200. Right, so we're looking at basically the cloud is way too far above the candles, right? Also, the candles are too far away from the 20, too far away from the 200, and it's basically right on the upper channel, okay, and it is due for a pullback, very likely to the middle or to the bottom channel, okay. Typically a stock cannot move too far away from the channel. As you can see, the channel is a bullish uptrend channel, all right, all the way this one, okay, lower, middle, upper. As you can see, this is looking at the 1 hour chart and stuff like that. So we're looking at you know, June 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd. Okay, this is June. So we're looking at May. It's been bullish, pretty much this channel right here. You can see to the upside. Okay. The 20 also uptrend. The 200. We don't really care too much about the 200, whether it's kind of, you know, flattened out or it's a little, you know, to the upside, catching up to the 20 and the candles and stuff like that. But what I usually pay attention to is that when the candles are too far away from the 200 or from the 220, based on my trading strategies, it is my belief that it's going to pull back. All right. So on Boeing, I took some put option way up here about 217.16, and obviously last Friday when it closed at 205. Post market, they went up a little bit to 207, but that's nothing. So what I'm looking at is these little triangle signals right here, okay. That's one, right? Copy. Let's see here. think you should be able to just copy and then paste it here. Maybe not. Alright. So I think I need to. I can't clone it either for some reason. Oh, there it is. Clone. Alright. It's 1, 2, and 3 of these signals right here. Alright. Let me clone it again. And up here again. Let me clone that again. And lastly up here. There's 3 triangles. 1, 2, 3 smaller, bigger, bigger. Okay. So these are signal that and also right here. Alright. We're looking at this is part of the indication that basically this is an uptrend, right? That the uptrend started but it's dying down right here, right? This is an indication that the uptrend is losing momentum, and it could at any point in time start to go downhill. And as you can see here, this red background here, it's an indication that the uptrend here is dying down, and here's that little horseshoe symbol. It's the alpha omega symbol. All right, here it's going downtrend. Okay, so as soon as this red momentum dying down, it went down a little bit. All right, and also this is an indication it's going down. Same thing here at the end of this, it went down. All right, start of a new trend again. This indication is telling me this red background here with this little triangle warning, and here you see a bear divergence over here, and there's that omega horseshoe sign again, right? And that's gonna go down. And the reason I took a put option on this, quite a number of contracts here, is that it will eventually go down because a couple of things. One, the cloud is way above the candles, right? So it's bound to go down. And then I have these little signals indication. The omega sign here, bearish diversion, was registered or printed right here. Right. Then the other thing is that these candles are a little far from the 20, a little far from the channel. You know, it was way above the upper channel. It's bound to pull back to the middle or to the lower level, and also it's too far from the 200. So there's a chance that it could pull all the way back to you know, the middle, 20, middle, lower, or the 200, right? But Boeing has been pretty strong lately with some news and a lot of FOMO buying into Boeing. So I'm expecting next week that there's going to be a pullback to this area, right? The reason why is, one, I trust that you know, my indicator, okay, this cloud here is way above the candle. It's gonna it's called for a pullback. Candles are way too far from my 20. As you can see here, the channel that I drew on here, right, upper, middle, and lower, right, the candles are way above that. So a pullback is due back to the upper or the 20 or the middle, lower, or the 200. And with all these warning signs and things of that nature. All right, so why did I say that? Because if you go back here and look at the history here, right, here's a green. It's not kind of like pinkish red here, it's green. That's an indication that the downtrend is losing momentum, and here's the indicator, you know, it's green. It's the same thing as these triangle indicator, but these are going down. These are indication it's going down. These here indication it's going to go up, right? So basically the downtrend is dying down and momentum is building up to the upside. That's what these indicator are. All right, so there's a number of different kind of indicators that go into all of this. Okay, the channel, basically the background, the you know, trend being exhausted, and that there is a change, a reversal trend to the upside. red, it was a bullish momentum, but as soon as red appear, the uptrend is dying down, and then the reversal will be downtrend. And then here it ended like this, and it went down. Right here, it ended like this, red, and it's due for a pullback down. So if you look at, if you back test this, and if you look at the history of it, obviously all of these seems to be working. All right. If you look on here, the cloud too far from the candle, and what happened? It dipped down. All right. The candle's a little far from the 20. What happened? It dipped down. Right. Same thing here. Okay, the cloud way above the candle. What happened? Start to go down, so it dipped. Okay, and that was $137. It dipped all the way down to a low of 130. So that's about $7 there. Okay, so if you buy the stock, that's a $7 profit. Or obviously the call, your value basically went down there. Okay, if you short this, or if you have a long position, you're losing money. If you short it, you make money. So if we go all the way back, we will see a similar pattern that is repeating itself. Okay, here's a bull divergence going up. All right, warning that it's going up. All right, so if you get in there at about 122, ride it all the way up before you have some other warning, looking at your other indicators and things of that nature. So you will see that obviously here again, the cloud is a little above these candles, so a pullback is due. So obviously here it went down all the way down this. We're looking at 145, and it went all the way down, all the way down, all the way down to about 120. So from 145 down to a low of 120. Right, that's a $25 drop there from this signal alone. Here's a horseshoe again. That's omega indication going down. All of these warning candle going down. Okay, now we have a warning possibility going up, possibly going up, and with this bull divergence and the fact that the candle here, this is a huge bull candle. I look at this as a bull candle taking out all these red, so that's when I will jump in, either riding this candle up or wait for confirmation until this candle here break above the 20. All right, and trying to write that up and stuff like that until some other indication tells you otherwise to get out and stuff. Same thing when the candles, the cloud are way far away from the candle. Okay, whether to the upside or downside, there's going to be a pullback. Okay, and so obviously when it went this far down, it dipped down to 123. It went back up all the way to a high of almost 136 something. Right, same thing here. Right, candle, cloud way too far to the downside. It's gonna have a pullback. Obviously went way back up here. Right, same thing right here. Upside, signal weakening, it's gonna go down. The cloud way above the candle, it's gonna go down. So here we have 162 dropped all the way down to 142, 141 there. Also, I like to trade again, the cloud far away from the candle to the downside. Basically, a trend reversal to the upside is needed. Candles too far from the 20 and the 200. Okay. Again, same thing here. See, my pattern keep repeating itself. Okay, you see these triangles that I was talking before. The uptrend is dying down, and shortly there should be a downtrend. That's what it's saying to me. And also here is my trend indication. These pinkish background here. Uptrend is losing momentum, and there will be a pullback pretty soon. That's what it says, right? And then if you look at the cloud way above this candle, a pullback is due. So obviously from here, you need, if you have a long position, you need to get out. Okay, so that's 183. It went all the way down to 142. That's a $40 dip there. All right, if you follow this indicator and stuff like that. And so obviously looking back in history, the indicator is working pretty well. So I'm happy using this indicator and paying for it. Right, it costs about $1,000 a year. I got no problem with that as long as the indicator is doing what it's supposed to do and it's helping me trade and be profitable. Right. So here we'll look at the 1 hour chart. All right. There could be a scenario where, you know, if you could see here, right? You see these this little line here, green, 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 green. No, that's the cloud. Sorry, where is that? It's so tiny. I can't, oh, there it is. This is the one, right? This is little green line here, right next to the candle. Okay, green, 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 and then here it turned red. Downtrend, and then green. Up, 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 up. Little red because obviously these candles didn't do much. So it turned red, and then started to go green, straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up. And what happened? Here it started to go red. What's gonna happen? Do you think? Is it gonna be red this way, or is it gonna turn green again? Right? We don't know. But based on this being too far from the candle, based on the candle too far from the 20, from the channel, the medium line here, way above the upper channel line, right? Way above that 200. So there's a lot of factors, including this bear divergence signal that just popped up, you know, before late Friday afternoon, right? Pre-market, it did, you know, its thing, but looking at the 1 hour chart, I am expecting that next week sometime, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Boeing is gonna dip down to the 20 or closer to the middle channel line here. It is still the uptrend, all right, but it's a pullback is forthcoming real soon. So the only thing that with the put option is that you have time against you, time decay. So but based on this, I was comfortable to take a June 19 put option. All right, and I think that I already, it's making some money already. When I bought it, the put option 216, 17, 18 there. All right, and I think that by tomorrow, late afternoon, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so next week, I'm looking for a pullback to this level, which is the upper of the 20, the middle or the lower line of this channel, or better even yet, to the 20. I'll be so happy if it dropped that far to the 20. That would be a lot of money on my put option and stuff. All right, so that's what I'm looking for Boeing, and that's the reason why I'm in that trade, because that's my analysis. So you do your own analysis, look at the information based on the indicators that I use here, and trade accordingly. So good luck next week. Thanks for watching.